Brandon Beane stated specifically he needs to have his rookies contribute earlier in their careers, especially their rookie season, due to cap restraints. And I think going into this 2023 NFL draft, the Buffalo Bills can expect to select players from high-class colleges, high-competition colleges, the SEC specifically, and just getting guys in here that have great talent and great experience. And Brandon Beane is a freaking genius. It all really stems, right? Always stating that free agency is a tool to fill holes before the NFL draft. And he surely did that, but there is more to the story. Hey guys, welcome to my channel here. Bills News Consolidated in the Florida Keys, watching sunrise behind me. Found another abandoned boat. But we got to discuss it. We got to discuss Brandon Beane's strategy. And over the years, right, the past 6 years now, Brandon Beane has done an excellent job. Like, he always seeks value for the Buffalo Bills, whether it's signing a free agent with a one-year deal or a contract that is multi-year but gives us room to get out of it after one year. It makes so much sense bringing in a Damian Harris on a prove-it type deal, right? A Trent Sherfield on a prove-it type deal. Deontay Hardy on a prove-it type deal, knowing that any true athlete, if you believe that you are the best or could be the best at something, you're going to trust yourself. And you're going to bet on yourself. And I love that philosophy. And who knows, maybe these players come here, maybe these players end up loving Buffalo and they end up loving the Buffalo Bills and they want to stay here a long time. The risk to it is the turnover, right? Losing guys every year, such as like the Shaq Lawson, clearly coming here trying to remake a name for himself so he can get paid again in free agency. It looks like he has not really gotten the salary that he wanted. Also Jordan Phillips, right? These one-year contracts. And you really think about what Shaq did last year. Imagine if we didn't have Shaq. Imagine if we didn't have Jordan Phillips. And these guys were fighting hard each and every single down that they were on that football field. So really the point of this video is to anticipate, you know, why not expect the Buffalo Bills to try and bring in guys that can contribute right away in this year's NFL draft? And I really think the Buffalo Bills are eyeing up some other positions here, and we're primed for middle linebacker. Clearly, you know, Sean McDermott did state he's going to look in-house to Terrell Bernard, Balin Spector, Terrell Dotson. They're all going to be competing for that spot. You know, if the Bills do select another rookie linebacker, 27th overall, knowing how complicated that position is for the Bills, the quarterback of this defense, the quarterback of Sean McDermott calling this defense, is Sean McDermott comfortable having a rookie call his defense, represent himself for the 2023 season? We all know Sean McDermott's going to be calling the plays. So we have to keep that in mind, right? Is he going to trust a rookie to be calling his defense for the Buffalo Bills, or is he going to let Terrell Dotson, all these guys, Tyler Matakevich, whoever, like Terrell Bernard, Balin Spector, are they going to just all compete? And knowing that they all have a little bit of time under their belt makes a lot of sense. Now, there's a linebacker that I haven't really mentioned yet, Jack Campbell. I know everyone's asking me about Jack Campbell. The thing with Jack Campbell, he's instinctive, right? And that's what we've been talking about here for weeks, that you need to have instincts, right? Especially in this Sean McDermott defense. If you have instincts, if you have a knack for the football, you're definitely going to make plays. And the instincts versus speed. Whatever you lack in speed, if you have God-given instincts, it could make up for a little bit lack of speed. Now, if you have extreme speed and maybe a little bit lack of instincts, it kind of works the same way. Now, Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills are definitely going to have to get to the bottom of this. And I really think that they have a prospect in mind, whether it's Drew Sanders of Arkansas, 9.5 sacks, was once a defensive end, bumped inside to middle linebacker, and made a smooth transition, doing great things against the pass. Now, Trenton Simpson, one thing to keep in mind, he's a little bit shorter, 6'2.5", 230, 4.43 40. Also, never logged an interception in college. So just something to keep in mind, right? And Jack Campbell, I understand it. Like, great linebacker, big, great in between the tackles, would be great against stopping the run and all those things. But again, I don't know if it is the right recipe for success for the Buffalo Bills, right? Knowing Josh Allen, knowing this high potent passing attack, knowing that we're going to try to run up the score on opposing teams, why not have a speedier linebacker that's great against pass coverage? And Jack Campbell is pretty good against pass coverage, but I just overall think how he's going to transition to the NFL, he might be a little bit slow. Now, don't get me wrong, we might be looking back on this and Jack Campbell could be the Buffalo Bills selection. But to me, really, the most competition on this team, the most important part of this team is Josh Allen. Without a healthy Josh Allen, are we going to be able to run up the score, right? We have Von Miller, we have Ed Oliver, we have this pass rush. You know, without a healthy Josh Allen, where are the Buffalo Bills? So protecting Josh Allen is number one. Seeing Josh Allen get banged up and beat up last year was just not right. You know, Spencer Brown, okay, had off-season back surgery last year going into 2022 and then ends up hurting his ankle. He's in a walking boot against the Kansas City Chiefs after the Kansas City Chiefs game. It's just something to keep in mind. This team was walking freaking wounded. So I think right tackle, competition to right tackle is still a dire need for the Bills. It does look like Brandon Beane shored up that interior offensive line, brought in a lot of competition there. It's absolutely crazy, right? Bucker, Bates, Edwards, Connor, McGovern. It's like, wow, it's crazy. Even Greg Mance is there too at center. So the interior is solidified. It's just going to really boil down to protecting Josh Allen. And I brought it up too, is like having a tight end, having a tight end that is an addition of this offensive line. And one thing that makes me think that the Buffalo Bills may consider getting a tight end is Bobby Hart's replacement. So we're not only down a tackle, right, for competition to Spencer Brown, but we're literally down Bobby Hart's position, who is a 6'8" mammoth of a tackle that would line up in 3 tackle sets for the Buffalo Bills, and he was on the field 11.5% of the time. So guys, to me, that is part of Ken Dorsey's offense. It's part of our run game that we've been utilizing here. Who's going to fill that role? And it does make sense. Draft another tackle, have competition to Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown's criticism when he came out in the NFL draft was that he could only be a swing tackle, that he would only be a backup right tackle, he'd only be a backup left tackle, he could swing to both sides, which has value. So he needs to prove that here in this upcoming year. Year 3 is a big year for Spencer Brown, and I think the Buffalo Bills would be wise to bring in a guy like DeJuan Jones, even with the 27th overall pick. You know, it's about adding competition. Competition makes us all better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm here again in Key West, finding these freaking crazy abandoned boats. You guys could see. Unreal. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I deeply appreciate it. Hit like, subscribe, dropping videos every single day. Go Bills. Peace.